literally is about 2 million naira. Like this 200 CEDIS is about 25,000 naira. This one.
So in today's video, I'm bringing to you two Nigerians, one female, one male. They thought they were billionaires in Nigeria. So coming to Ghana being a small country, their money will do a lot for them. But little did they know that when they come to Ghana will humble them, Charlie. I don't want to talk plenty. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Let's go into the videos.
I mean, it's my first time in Ghana, but I did not expect to see this much development. Nigerians, when we see Ghanaians, we should be greeting Satma. I mean, don't come for me, but to be honest, let's go down history lane. What is Ghana must go again? Do you remember? The same Ghana must go. Look at them. They're so developed. Like Nigeria is a beautiful space. No place like home, right? But their city is so clean. The airport's so beautiful. Or maybe it's the part of Ghana I'm in, but so far, all I've seen is orderliness. Should we talk about their money, their economy? It's 1 CEDIS to $10. Ours is 1,600 naira on a good day. Sometimes 1,800, 2,000 naira to $1. Make it make sense. I don't know what to say. This is a very sensitive thing, but I'm very impressed. I'm actually very impressed. A friend told me I should actually explore more African countries, and now I see, because when you're in your country and you're just you just want to go to Western countries and all of that. Now I see, because other African countries are actually doing well though. I mean, I've just been to Ghana for now, but I'll do my best to go to other African countries. But I'm so impressed. We're the giant of Africa, but the economy of other African countries or their structure, we have to applaud them. It's very applaudable. They're doing well. They're actually doing well. But seriously, guys, I'm impressed though. You know how proud we are? We're actually very proud. We're so proud. Nigerians are so proud. I mean, we have everything. We have the development. I think we're still maybe the most developed and very populated, and we have our hustle spirits. No place like home, no place like Lagos, but structure and economy were falling, I swear. Our airports, I mean, it's not that bad, but we can really do better since we are the giant of Africa. At least $1 should be, at least, it won't be bad if it's 500 naira. Or 200 naira. We can't go back, Abi. It's a long thing. But there's nothing impossible. Can you believe that this whole money, both of this, is about 2 million naira? Literally, is about 2 million naira. This 200 CEDIS is about 25,000 naira. This one. Then 50 CEDIS is about 7,000 naira, thereabouts, depending on the exchange rate. Officially, naira doesn't have any value. I have no words for us, because Ghanaians, they are doing the most. Our money does not have any value. How can this be 2 million naira? If I'm holding 2 million naira, you see, if it's 1,000 naira bundles, it would be two, how many bundles? Let's see, 2 million naira. Naira.
About Nigeria and Ghana. So many people have been to Ghana, people have given their review. I felt it's also good for me to give. Now, before I go into that, I have to tell you why I decided to visit Ghana. So if you have watched some of my previous video, I made mention that one of the mistakes I made earlier in my life was that I never traveled outside Nigeria, right? So I did not travel, not because I did not have the money to travel. I had enough money to go to any country, if it is money, can visit any country in the world. But for my small mind, I was always looking at traveling as maybe waste of funds. Because as at that time, all my head was to build my company, build my farm to a very profitable and sustainable farm. So I didn't want to waste the money that was meant for waste in quote, right? The money that was meant for a project. So for example, now if I have money, all that is in my head is how can we increase the number of birds, the number of layers we have. All that is in my head is how can we increase the number of fish that we are stocking. Now to understand that I even punish myself in terms of even eating of food, most times I see, I see them as luxury. I was just living a very moderate life, and that is my life up to now. I don't believe in luxurious living, like trying to just show up that you have money. No, and God being so kind, when I came to Kano, I also discovered that there were many billionaires that were very quiet. You will not even know they have money. So I just pray that God should give me that kind of life. Let me just live comfortable, happy, no show up. Okay, so now I decided that okay, this year I'm going to travel at least to almost, if not all, the West African countries. And the goal was that even if I don't have the money to fly by air, some of these countries that we can go by road. So I said, okay, if I don't have the funds to travel by air, I'll go by road. Because by road, maybe 100,000, 200,000, I'm in most of these African countries. So I made that as a goal this year. So this is my first country, Ghana. So when I visited Ghana, I learned a lot of things. A lot that I knew, if only I knew then earlier, they would have been so beneficial to me. But it's not too late, right? So the first thing I did was that I came to Ghana for training. So the training was when I saw farming in Africa advertise their training on goat farming. I said, okay, so this will even be an opportunity for me to travel. Remember, I'm just trying to save money, so I don't want to just travel. So I used the opportunity of the training. I paid for the training. I said, okay, since I've paid money for this training, now I have all what it takes to go to Ghana and just learn about agriculture in Ghana, meet other like-minded guys who are into farming and outside of my personal country, or let me say my country of birth, Nigeria. So when I got to Ghana, I learned so many things, but I just classify everything into five things I want to share with you about Ghana. That is my own, right? So I want us to just compare Nigeria and Ghana, which country is best. You know, that debate has been there in terms of food, in terms of money, government, so many things, but I just feel, let me share a few with you. So the first thing I learned, I've listed them here on my book. I don't want to miss any. The first thing that shocked me, or let me say the first thing I learned, was currency shock. Now, in Nigeria, we use Naira. In Ghana, they use CEDIS. So when I got to Ghana, I learned I have to change my Naira to CEDIS. So I was like, okay, based on what I've heard, Ghana is a small country, Nigeria is bigger than Ghana, so you have been using all my budgets. So when I got here, I discovered that, okay, one Ghana cedi was equal to 135 Naira. That was very shocking to me. So it means that if I bring in more Naira, I'm going to have less money in Ghana. So I'm a billionaire in Nigeria, billionaire farmer in Nigeria. Then I got to Ghana, I don't even know my body because the currency was so big. Okay, so I just changed 200,000 to Ghana cedi. So 200,000. You can see what this is 200 cedi. This is 400 cedi. 500. Right. 600. 700. 800. 900. This 1,000 cedi. Right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 200,000 naira to change. You just have 1,500 cedi. I think the money has also increased because the first time I got here it was less than this. 1 cedi, 100 and something naira. So I think first I exchanged 200,000 naira. So when I exchanged 200,000, I was paid 1,400 cedi. So okay, so let me see what this 1,000 plus cedi can do for me in Ghana. So I bought a taxi from the park where I dropped to the hotel. I didn't even know anywhere. So I just saw a hotel online, I searched, and then I said, okay, let me just go to the hotel. I didn't know anybody, nothing. So the hotel that the taxi guy took me, I think the taxi guy charged me 50 cedi, which was way too much, but I didn't know at the time. And the distance where we went was not up to 10 minutes drive. I collected 50 cedi. So in my mind, I was looking at, okay, 50 cedi, maybe just 15 naira. So it was not big for me. So no, I think it was around 7,000. Yeah, 7,000. So we got to the hotel. So the hotel, they told me it was like a small hotel, not that big. It's not like a 5-star hotel, right? So they told me that they have 2 apartments. There is one of their rooms that have just fan. So that one is going for 260 cedi. Then there's another one that has AC. That one is going for 300 cedi, or was it 350 or so? But the rooms are the same. It's just the difference between fan and AC. I was like, oh my god, this is a bush farmer you guys are talking to, right? Just give me the one with fan. Let me just enjoy myself. I don't need this because I did the conversion. So when I did the conversion, in Naira it was like 41,000 or so. I was like, shit, that's big. That's big money. Now, the hotel I rented, that was around 40,000 naira. If you check in Nigeria, let me say Abuja or Lagos, Port Harcourt, a hotel of 40,000 naira, it will be a nice hotel, especially we in Kano. It will be a 5-star standard hotel for 40,000 naira per night. Even in Abuja, it will be standard hotel. Even in Lagos, there was a time I was in Lagos, in Aja, the hotel I rented was 30,000. It was very nice, extremely nice, close to GO Park in Lagos. So I paid that money, and the place I was staying, it was not equal to the kind of hotels I live in Abuja, Lagos, Port Harcourt, whenever I visit any of this city. Where I was staying in Kano, when I first got to Kano, I was paying 17,000, and the hotel was far better than this one that I paid. So the conversion was boosting my brain. So I was very, very shocked to discover that Ghana cedi is way more than Nigerian naira. So when I started making inquiry, telling people, they were like, initially, Naira was way higher than dollar, to a point that if you get cedi to Nigeria, you will not even use the money because it will not be able to buy anything for you. Because as at that time, Naira was even more than pounds, more than dollars. So it was not like compared to Ghana cedi. It was very, very small. One of my friends was telling me that those years, some of his friends that came to Ghana, when they brought the money back, they have to just throw it away. They couldn't use the money. So, but now it was very high. So as a business guy, I was doing my calculation, right? So if I set up my business in Ghana and I'm earning in Ghana cedis, and I come back to Nigeria without Ghana cedi and exchange it, the money will be big. I will become a trillionaire. I will jump from billionaire to trillionaire. So that was another shock for me, right? So if you're a Ghanaian and you're poor, maybe you should go to Nigeria, you'll be rich. That's how life is. If you're poor in Ghana, just maybe go with maybe 1 million Ghana cedi. But another thing I also discovered was that even in Ghana, it's not easy to make 1,000 Ghana cedi. That's another thing I discovered. It's not that easy. People are making it right. I did my search. I was seeing that minimum wage for people like me, people that work in the bank, big companies, that any less than 10,000 cedi, maybe 5,000 cedi, 6,000 cedi. So basically, they're earning, for them, 5,000 cedi would be big money, right? That's another thing I also discovered about Ghanaian people is that I'm still discussing the currency shock, right? For an average Ghanaian, 1,000 cedi, the guy can manage his life with 1,000 cedi, right? Because I see that they don't live extravagant life in Ghana. Based on the few days I've been here, I don't know much, and I've not traveled around Ghana, so I'm just saying, based on the few days I was able to spend in Ghana, I discovered that they don't use money like, okay, like me, for example, now 200,000 will not do me for a month in Nigeria. Of course, I'm married, I have kids, so we have bills to pay, a lot of bills to pay. So 200,000 cannot feed my family comfortably. It will not. It's able to feed other people who are staying maybe in remote areas, but some of us that were staying in town, it will not be able to do us anything. So it's still not big money even in Nigeria and Ghana. So, but for a Ghanaian, they can try. So I don't think there is much difference there. Yeah, but it was shocking to me as a beginner. But when I saw it, I said, oh my God, I was not prepared for this. I didn't even know that, because while I was planning of coming to Ghana, I was doing my calculation mainly in dollars. So now in dollars, if you have $100, let's say $1 is just 10 cedi, it's even decreasing. So the cedi is growing against the dollar. Because when I came and asked, they told me that initially it was $17, but now it has dropped to 10, and it's even going below 10. So I also saw that. I said, no, their government is working. They're trying their possible best to make sure their currency also have power. Now, the second thing that also a shocker to me was steady electricity. Oh my God. I'm not sure I've lived my life with 73 hours of steady power since I was born. Because I was not born from a rich background. My parents are not wealthy. They are peasant farmers just trying to feed us. So I grew up in the village, or let me say I grew up not in an estate where there are billionaires, because in Nigeria, we also have steady lighting. Few estates where billionaires are. Those ones, they have lights. I don't know how they do, but they have their steady lights. But even then, I'm sure there are some seasons where they will blink the light, right? So I've never lived my life in that kind of environment. I know some of my Ghanaian friends who will be watching this video, they'll be laughing at us, but that is the reality. There are many of us in Nigeria that have not stayed with light for 24 hours a day. So when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, this is a nice thing. I stayed in that hotel for days. They don't even have a generator in that hotel. I didn't see one single generator. None. I was surprised. In Accra. So, oh my God. So I'm saying this so that we can do business mass here, right? So for some of us, I've run a business in Nigeria. I've run a rice processing factory, a big business that was making tens of thousands of, let me say, tens of millions. So I know what it means to operate a business in Nigeria using electricity and then using petrol. So there are weeks in Nigeria where we'll have maybe a few hours of light. That week, we'll save a lot of money. Then when we don't have light, we'll burn so much on diesel. So if you check very well, I was making more profit when there's light. I was making less profit when I'm using gas. And then in Nigeria, there's no fixed price. Gas can be selling for 1,000 today. Next day you go to 32,000. You must buy. If you complain, tweet, insult people, you will still buy. So that is our reality. So I was like, if I set up a rice processing factory, for example, in Ghana, and I'm using steady light, goodness, how would that be for me? For example, now, where I went for training in Farming Africa, their farm, where I went for the training, it was inside village. I think the guest house, they are paid, I think 85 cedi or so. It was inside village of Ghana. Bro, there was light there, steady, like light did not blink, like where they would just blink and come. No. I stayed there for days. There was light. Now, when we got to the farm, because we have to stay to a small community that was there before we went to the farm. So when we got to the farm, I was shocked. They still have light in that farm. What's happening? They still have light in that farm. Now, where my farm is, in Makodi, is now compared to that place. They have light, and the light did not blink. So let's assume I have that kind of light in Nigeria. I want Ghanaians to also learn. You guys have something that we don't have. Honestly, this one is an honest review. I'm not downplaying any country. I love Nigeria. I'm not saying rubbish things. I'm just telling you the facts. If I have that kind of light in my farm, I'll become a billionaire in dollars. Where I will not be burning fuel. I prefer that let me pay the NEPA bill than to run on diesel. It's not sustainable. It's not profitable. So their farm was in the village. They had light. I didn't see generator there. I'm not sure I saw solar panels. I think I saw solar that was meant for their Starlink for browsing also, but I'm not sure I saw anything solar in that place. So it was shock to me. It was very new. Very, very new. So another thing I learned in Ghana, that's also a good review for the Ghanaians, is that their government is progressing. I don't know much about Ghana and how they were before now. But for the few days I got to Ghana, the few persons that I spoke with, many of them are telling me, yes, their government was bad. Like the previous administration was not doing too good. They made things very expensive. But the current president that is just 6 months on seat has improved. Even their currency against dollar, everything has improved. Things are dropping in the market, like prices of things. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, they told me like before, one Ghana cedi was 17. $1 was 17 to one Ghana cedi. But now it has dropped to 10 in less than 6 months. So I also saw, by moving around Ghana, going to villages, remote area because of agriculture, I saw a lot of construction, good road network. They were doing busy working in Accra, outside of Accra, everything. When I marched out against my government, I said, oh my God, there's no road going to my village, my community. They started working on that road since I was in primary school. They have been working on that road till today. They have not finished the road. I don't know whether because Nigerian government does not have money or not, but they have not finished the road. They have been working, and I'm sure they will not finish it till my son will become of my age. They will still be working on the road. But that's how bad it is. So when I saw that, I said, okay, even if they don't have the money that we have in Nigeria, they don't have, now in terms of population, the way they tell us in Nigeria, or let me say the way we read, they will tell you Ghana is a small country. You'll be thinking, maybe Ghana is like Lagos. It's bigger than Lagos. Even in landmark, it's bigger. See, I traveled within Ghana for like 5 hours. I was thinking it's a small place like Benue State. Like you can just use Okada and you cross the whole country. But it's big. It's big. So most times, the media, or let me say mainstream media, will not give us good information that is supposed. They will purposely, I think they have used that to even downplay our uniqueness in Africa. They have made us to look very small. They have made us to believe we are small. So all I believe is that Ghana is a small country. They just say Ghana is just 20 million. I'm looking at, okay, that is the whole population of Lagos. So they are living in a small place like the whole of Lagos. No, in reality, it's not so. So I love how the government is making progress in Ghana. Things are changing. The president came on. I know they also have bad leaders. That one is an African thing. But at least, if we have a leader who is making progress, it will be good. And that is what we are praying for in Africa. Now, about the Ghanaian guys, I think this is the 5th or 4th. They are welcoming people. Very welcoming people. Now, no Ghanaian is suspecting you to be a criminal. That was another thing I discovered. Now, if you come to my country, to be honest, once you introduce yourself, chap, I could watch you. You're a suspect. I don't know why, but I'll be suspecting you to be, maybe you're a kidnapper. Or maybe you're a criminal, you're sent to come and check. I will just go to anyone in Ghana and say, okay, my name is Dennis, call me billionaire farmer. I'm new in Ghana. They'll be like, oh, welcome. You're from which country, Nigeria? Instantly, they're happy. They're happy that I leave Nigeria to go to Ghana.
You know, this perception that Nigerians always they saying online that Ghana is a small country, it seems like it's real, like it's something that they believe Ghana is small. Because when you listen to this guy, he says coming to Ghana has made him realize that Ghana is big, because he traveled like 5 hours to a place and that wasn't even the end of Ghana. And I'm like, Nigerians, Charlie, so meaning you guys, you have that perception that Ghana is this, Ghana is that, and that in meaning is true. That's a perception you guys have. That's why I say the Nigerians that are here in Ghana, when they talk about Ghana and you are in Nigeria and you've never been to Ghana before, wait until you get here, or perhaps just allow them to talk, because that's their experience. Because so many of them, before they also came here, they had similar perception about Ghana, but it totally changed. So please, if you don't know Ghana, I beg, don't talk about Ghana like that. That's a little thing that I'll say about you guys. I don't know, you have this perception about Ghana and it's so bad. Wait until you travel to Ghana, then you experience Ghana and you get to know how Ghana is. Or perhaps if you have a friend who has traveled to Ghana before, just ask them and they will tell you about Ghana. Thank you so much for watching.